side, right? If I lean away from that leg, I can now use it to move freely, okay? Unweighted. So our path is the same, right? We have our underhook from mount. I'm walking it high, again, slowly climbing. Every time I feel resistance, my hand is on the mat so it doesn't get worse. And I get all the way to the checkpoint of grabbing my own tricep or my elbow, okay? And once we're here, I can kind of settle the position a little bit. If there's space that exists, I can work on taking that space away, okay? Because I'm not worried about my arm dropping anymore. Again, I'm going to slide my right knee in this case up into the path that I just made to get my legs up to the line of his shoulders. Right, my legs are still by his hips, and I need them by his shoulders, okay? Once I'm up here, I can pass off my right hand to my left because previously my right hand is what's keeping his elbow high, right? If I were to move this, his elbow drops and I've reset, right? Well, when I slide up into a high mount, my chest and my thigh does that job. Where if I remove this hand, he goes to drop the elbow, it's covered, okay? So I'm free to take this out at this point. All right, so now I've got his head captured with my left hand, and I'm going to start leaning to my right to involve my left leg, right? So I lean to my right, and now my left leg is going to do a thing. So we're heading towards a triangle. This is going to happen when his elbow is very tight and low, okay? If his elbow is tight to his body. If his elbow is down here, this is getting us towards arm bars, right? However, when his elbow is very tight to his body, we're just going to pass over that arm. And it's going to look very similar, where one, his arm is in there, and two, his arm is out. My leg's doing the same thing, only now we obviously are in triangle territory, right? So that pass, to do it, I need to be way on my right side. So I'm leaning here so my left leg can move. If I still have weight kind of in the center, this is like an awkward and crappy throw. So I cheat myself to the right, and if his elbow happens to be low, I cast that leg over his neck, and now we have one arm in, one arm out, okay? We have the beginnings of a triangle. To actually finish the triangle, we're misaligned a little bit. So what I'm going to do is get myself more squared up to my partner, which essentially means getting this leg deeper. I need this knee pit to be flush with Jose's neck, and it's not quite there currently. So to do this, I pass off his head one more time. So now I'm in the right hand. I do that so I can lean to my left, and I can shoot that leg deep. Now I have contact with his neck. All right? So again, that pass off. I was here because I leaned to my right to get my left leg involved. Okay? Doesn't usually land perfectly. So to make that against his neck flush, I pass off his head, I post, and I shoot this deep, and now I have contact with his neck. Okay? All that's left now is to lock the triangle. I need to lock on my right side, so I stay leaning to my left, keeping his head in the pocket. All I'm going to do is take my leg parallel to his shoulder line, get my toes underneath there, and I really have no shoulder in this lock. If you guys were to all stand here, you cannot see Jose's shoulder. And properly locking it would be down here, where you can see his shoulder. That's a lot of space. Notice how my right leg comes across. You cannot see the shoulder. Now it's easy to lock, and then we'll focus on finishing in a sec. Let's just get to the end there. So I have my underhook. I walk it, pit stop on the elbow. I take myself high into S mount, or high mount here. I'm going to take my hand out because I'm covered by my body and my thigh, okay? Now I start to turn the corner. If his elbow happens to be low, we go over it. If it happens to be high, we go under it. In our case, it's low. So we cast this leg over the top. I now have one arm trapped along with his head. Okay, I need to fix this leg, so I pass off his head, post, shoot my leg deep. Now all that's left to lock, okay? So I take my right knee high. There's no shoulder, okay? You cannot see his shoulder from that angle. That's good. Now we can lock. We'll finish on a second, all right? Good on that? All right, guys, let's give it a try. 3, 1, 2.
Also, for us to keep putting out this content, remember, guys, smash that subscribe button, like our videos. Also, in the comments, write down some stuff you want to see, and we'll make sure we get it out to you. Thank you.